Yes! Yes, 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 that's more like it. And that's with the baffles in. And I don't know if it's just in my head, but it definitely feels a bit more go-y than it was before. I want to think that that can't be the case because it's got to be less restrictive than the old pipe was, which normally tends to kill the low-end torque a tiny bit. But maybe just the noise is making it feel more go-y than it really is. But it's not like offensively loud. I kind of, yeah, the old man in me says that's a good thing. I don't want to be causing everybody around me's ears to bleed. I don't want to be talking to the law about it either. Yeah, I've got some competition here though, lads. It's got bigger pipes than me. It wasn't really the exhaust pipe test I'd had in mind. Crawl through traffic for half an hour, but for now it'll do, I suppose. It's definitely a lot more throbby, isn't it? Throbby, it's blarty, it's brappy. I like it a lot. It's obviously louder because I can't hear the vibrations of the dashboard anymore. I'm also hoping any moment now to take delivery of a booster plug, which is just a little electric box that you plug in between your ECU and your airbox, which is supposed to smooth out all of this crap throttle response that we get at the low end from bikes which are crippled by EU emissions rules. And these things have got great reviews, and I should be getting hold of one hopefully before the trip to Italy. And they allegedly make the whole on and off the throttle experience of bikes like this particularly, this one is terrible, far more enjoyable. I'm very much looking forward to that, because I think it'll really increase my enjoyment of the hairpins and the switchbacks and the serpentines in Italy, where you're doing slow speed stuff, you're on and off the throttle a lot. This bike's just really clunky. There's been so many times when I've had to actually feather the clutch to get the bike around the slow speed corners, which is just a pain in the arse. You want to be able to use the bike for what it's meant for. I very much like that sound. Yeah, enough of this nonsense. Let's magically whisk ourselves to some tunnel-based rev bomb locations. Go! Ding! Yeah, that'll do. Yes. Yes, yes. And thrice yes. And all of this without even trying the baffles out yet. You can hear the pops and the farts a bit better as well. Quite happy about that. Oh, and would you look at that? My test ride appears to have brought me to the doorstep of Lois. What an absolute coincidence. So, while I go in here and have a poke around and all the bits and bobs, why don't you join future me as we try out the bike with the baffles out. See you in a second. Bye. Oh, mere moments after I've taken the baffle out of the pipe and a Rosa with flashy blue lights pulls up behind me, I just shit my pants. Oh yes, get a lot more pop and crackle now. That's gonna sound friggin' awesome in the Alps. It's definitely a hell of a lot more deep and throaty. I wouldn't say it's a considerable amount louder, it's just in the sharp crack has gone, but I guess it's the bass which is that tenacious, penetrates through everything and makes the wall shake kind of noise, isn't it? Oh, bloody hell, love, you must be boiling. Took the wrong bike, didn't you? That was a mistake. Her partner is now bombing through town in Lycras on a CBR 600. I don't know which one I prefer, to be honest. I mean, this It's definitely got a lot more thump and a lot more throat. But it's lacking a little bit of bark. It's a tiny bit muffled, if anything. It has got a bit of bark when you give it a twist. Well, the rodders seem to be everywhere, just as you start feeling self-conscious about it, don't they? It's probably no more than usual. Let's kind of put the kibosh on this rev bomb opportunity, isn't it? I fancy getting in trouble in my first mile. Stumble and fart. Hopefully that's another thing that the booster plug is going to get rid of, those little low rev stumbles and misfires. So once again, in the interest of science, same rev bomb location. Yeah, that's got some punch, hasn't it? Although that drone, there's a real deep penetrating drone which I imagine would get on your tits a little bit if you were on the road too much. I mean, I haven't been on the motorway to see how that sounds. Another police car over there. Oh, I'm going to put the baffle in. It's not worth the blood pressure. Bloody hell. I don't even know if they really give a shit, but I just don't want to risk it. Punchy. Very punchy. Oh, another fart there. Right, I'm going to head up to the far corner of the car park. Have a quick little off-the-bike brap test, shall we? So there it is, the baffle that is currently out. That's all it is a pipe which restricts the diameter of the pipe. And that goes in there and makes all that difference. But anyway, so they're there for now. I'll just give you a quick idea of how this beastie sounds. Oh dear, look. I'm scratching it with my feet already. Oh dear. Probably melting my boots too. Anyway, yeah, quick idea how this sounds without the baffle in. There's a lot more thump, thud and punch going on, isn't there? A real crack on that first open up as well. Yeah, maybe that is a little bit offensive. Still don't know which I prefer though. Well, there's only way to figure it out, isn't there? Fight!